And we're back. Hello everybody, Dark Phoenix Gaming here, and welcome back to some more Assassin's Creed 2. Last time we left off, we had just made it safely to Monteriggioni, thanks to Uncle Mario, who failed to bring Luigi with him. I am so sad about that. And then taught us how to fight, and Ezio finally learned that his dad was an assassin. Took him long enough. Then again, we, here in the real world, have the unfair advantage of having access to the mini-movie prelude thing for Assassin's Creed 2, so we've always known that. Plus, it's in the title of the damn game. Anyways, then they had a little bit of a hissy fit, and Mario and a bunch of his men have gone off to kill that little shit Vieri, who tried to murder us on the way here. And we want to go help him out. Also, there was a little audio glitch last time, so there's like 10-15 minutes of that video with no commentary, though you can see the webcam and my mouth moving during most of it. So anyways, before we actually head off to partake in that, we are going to look around here, because as you can see, we have one of those Eagle Vision puzzles that has now been located. At least I think it's been located. I might just think it's been located and it's not actually been. But yes, it has.
A vast web of connections and interconnections,
and
all
solve
by
this
chance.
puzzle.
Or is it?
To get the next one. Oh yeah. And more of Subject 16's random ramblings. Great. 64 squares? Sorry about that. I had something on one of my socks that was being a pain. And this is just basically it's like one of those jigsaw puzzles, except in the Renaissance. And that should do it as soon as I get this next piece lined up. There we go. Queen Elizabeth of England. Piece of Eden number 2, apple. I'll take that. Now, let's straighten this up. Yeah, that's Napoleon, isn't it? Yep, Emperor Napoleon the First. Okay. Get this all straight and stuff. And do the central one now. There. George Washington. Of course. Why the hell not? Passcode found. Enter that passcode. Unlock a file. So now we have 2 out of... How many is it? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we have 2 out of 20 of those files for whatever this thing is. That's the only one around here right now. Let's grab onto that. Get down low enough it's not going to hurt us. And now I think I want to check something out in our database. Locations, actually. See if there's any other of these we haven't found yet. We found the one on the brothel and the one here. That's about it. So, Semi-Completionist. Semi-Completionist, I think that's how you say it. This location is where the other one is. Once we can finally get back into Florence, I'll have to check that out. For now, though, there's no other exploration to be done around here. So it's time to proceed with the story. And go murder Vieri. And I'm not too upset about that, honestly, because Vieri is a bit of a prick, let's be honest. What the hell is that thing, by the way? Yeah, Vieri is a bit of a prick, I gotta be honest. So, I'm not going to be regretting his death at all, really. And it'll give me a chance to play Assassin some more, which is always kind of cool. Apparently we actually are supposed to go up here. Is this thing up on the rooftops? Is that what the game is telling me? Well, it's time to find out. No, that is not what the game is telling me, it seems. It's inside somewhere, isn't it? Whatever this objective is. And I seem to be quite awful at actually finding things right now. But seriously, what the actual fuck? What the fuck, guys? Where am I supposed to go? Would love to have some concrete, bloody information on that. I really would. As well as that, I would like to know what these things are. Statuettes. Mars and Venus, bloody bloody blah. So we just put stuff there once we find it. That's cool, I guess. Whatever. Upper floor thing, apparently. I was supposed to go upstairs. I'm an idiot. I really am.
Ezio, look at her. I still can't get her to talk. She spends all day and night in front of those feathers Petruchio used to collect. She can't let them go. I don't know what to do.
Don't worry. She'll come back to us. I know it.
And that's the cue for the Feather Collection quest. Which is one of the ones I am not going to be completing. Just because of how much of a pain in the neck it is. I mean, I pick up a handful here and there, but just in general, I just find that quest to be annoying more than anything else, really. I just don't enjoy it at all. But we'll loot some cash from these before we head off. That's about 500, so we're approaching 10 grand now. Come on. Let's get out of here. This place is boring right now. Feathered chest. Yeah, we don't have any feathers right now, and there are 100 across the game to collect. I have literally never finished this feather collection quest, ever. I've played through this game 3, maybe 4 times, and I could never once be bothered to finish that quest, quite honestly. It's just a bit of dull tedium, and I could never bring myself to care about it. That mission embodies literally the very worst things there are about fetch quests in video games, as far as I'm concerned, and I'm not inclined to spend my valuable free time doing something like that. But it is horse riding time. Speaking of horses, by the way, I think I'm probably gonna hang on to the one horse over the course of this game, most likely. So, the thing I'm wanting to know is, do you guys have a specific name you would like to give my horse? Because I'm willing to let you name the horse. Because if I'm the one who has to name it, I'll just call it Horsey or something, most likely. I really will. Just because I'm that bad at naming. In most cases. We're in Tuscany now.
Aspetta.
To slave Vieri. But I would like to climb a couple of viewpoints over here just because. But I think killing Vieri is more important than climbing towers, so we'll go help with that in this general direction. And meet up with Uncle Mario. Hopefully he's done with his hissy fit by now. That would be real nice to not have him bitch at us.
Ezio, what are you doing here?
Taking responsibility. Vieri troubles you because of me.
Vieri troubles us because he's a Templar, and we are assassins.
Wait, Vieri is a Templar? I thought he was just an arrogant little shit.
Listen close.
Shows what
First,
I know.
we must find a way inside the city, though it seems Vieri expects us. He has sealed the gates and sent his men to guard them. Fortunately for us, the city is larger than its host. The southern gate suffers for it, so this is where we'll strike. Pronti?
Okay, it's time to make Vieri a little bit deader than he currently is, I think. And it is suddenly nighttime, because Assassin's Creed logic. Don't you just love it, how the time of day can just suddenly switch around, and you can just say it's because Assassin's Creed logic. Or because Animus logic in, like, the first 3 games or something.
Alright, Ezio. Here's how it is going to work. My men and I will distract the guards. Once we have engaged them, get yourself over the wall and find a way to open the gate. Take these throwing knives. Use them to dispatch the archers.
Oh,
I'm ready when you
a
are.
new toy.
Then let us begin.
Very nice.
Al attacco!
I'm sorry. I don't actually remember. Okay. Let's actually check this. Which button it is to access my weapons. Weapon wheel is Q. So, let's just make our way through like this. Throw a weapon or two here and there, and we can just stroll on through and loot the bodies, of course. Actually, I think I won't bother looting just because they have so pathetically little amounts of coin on them that it's not even worth it anymore. Speaking of, hello there, my precious. We have 7 throwing knives left, so yay. That went
done,
very
Ezio.
well.
We're in. This way, men!
Follow Mario.
I want you to distract those guards and
Excellent.
keep them from raising the alarm. Hopefully it will buy me enough time to find and silence Vieri.
Va bene.
Wait, Nipote. Take a few of my men with you, just to be safe. Come
Okay.
join me once they're dealt with.
What's Vieri up to now?
And let's
No one knows.
pull out our
But something has gone on.
sword.
How else to explain all
A
of
signal again when you should
Meant to
follow.
be soldiers. Instead, he's turned us into nursemaids. And why?
shooting his mouth off?
All right, go.
Angering the wrong sorts of people. And so now, we pay the price.
Yes. I'll get you now. Haha. Yes, I like being cheap. It's fun to just let everyone else do the fighting while I come over and stab them in the back. Literally, in this case. Quite entertaining, I have to admit. We're down to 1 left. Haha. Please get out of my way. I am trying to stab him to death. Now I will equip a sword. I'm going to tear down this poster over here. Actually, no. Why bother? Poster tearing down is not really worth it at the moment. But it looks like we have a little... Looks like we have a little tower to climb. I'll do that real quick, and then... we'll continue on, I guess. Oops. I take that back. We're not going to do the tower thing right now. How about the lot of you die? I don't like your faces. And that means you should be murdered, because your faces are hideous. Your faces look stupid. Therefore, I'm going to remove your head, bitch. Perfectly logical and reasonable, am I right? I don't like your faces, therefore those faces should no longer be part of heads attached to bodies. Guard still consists of bumpkins. Oh wow. I love these guys. I fucking love them.
Can't fight back, eh, coward?
And these guys aren't feeling too generous towards us. Shocking, I know. You'd think they'd be feeling a little bit more positive to someone who just ran down members of the guard in cold blood right in front of them, wouldn't you? Who's this now?
Ezio! Your uncle's under attack and needs help. Go to him!
Righty-ho. Time to kill us some of these bastards. And as before, I will continue being as cheap as I possibly can. And we're notorious. So that time I wasted pulling down the flyer was wasted, but oh well.
Go on ahead. Root out that snake. See that justice is served.
Okay. Time for us to find Vieri. Madness? I'm tempted to throw in a "This is Sparta" quote, but seeing as we're not playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I don't think it's as appropriate. If someone used that phrase in that game when I get around to eventually let's playing it, though, I will most certainly make such a reference. Just because it would make a lot more sense. By the way, Vieri, where are you? Where are you, Vieri boy? Checkpoint. Ho ho! There you are.
It's settled. Vieri, you will remain here to coordinate the mercenary. Francesco will organize our forces in the city and send word when it's time to strike. Jacopo,
And
your job is to
we
calm
get
the
an
citizens
inside
once the
look
deed is done.
at their
What of that Ubriacone
plans.
Mario? He continues
Nice.
to harass my forces, and I fear he'll discover what we intend.
He's always been trouble. Just like that bastardo brother of his.
Then let me reunite them, father.
There will be plenty of time to clean up the rifiuti when we're finished. Now, is there anything else? Muy bien. May the Father of Understanding guide you.
May the Father of Understanding guide you.
Comandante! Comandante! What? Mario Auditore has invaded the city. He comes for you. Then let's not keep him waiting.
Yes, walk right into our trap. Please do. Please do, bitch. I would very much like that. And I accidentally used a medicine. I'll still need to check which one it is to get this, but time for you to be murderized.
I'll make sure your death comes quick.
Yes, apparently Ezio is still having trouble with the concept of subtlety. He's still new to the whole assassin thing, after all, so we can't expect him to be nice and subtle as you would hope, as in not like Altair this early on. Come on, I mean... This is his first job, not counting that little revenge gig he had going on at the very start. This is his first real assassination mission, so I think he can be forgiven for slightly botching the stealth aspect. But honestly... But we'll kill the guard. Now, Vieri, it is your turn, bitch. Okay, going down to check which item medicine is key to, because I am accidentally making use of it on more than a few occasions. But down you go, Vieri. Enjoy hell.
What are you and your allies planning? Is this what my father discovered? Is this why he was killed?
I'm sorry. Were you hoping for a confession?
Go to hell, you son of a
Pezzo di
bitch.
merda! Vorrei solo che avessi sofferto di più! Hai avuto la fine che meritavi! Spero che
Enough, Ezio! Show some respect.
Respect? After all that's happened, do you think he would have shown either of us such kindness?
You are not Vieri. Do not become him.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Ezio on this one. Vieri really doesn't deserve much in the way of respect, as far as I'm concerned. And I stand by that.
Read it when you have the time. Our work here is finished. Let us return to the villa.
Okay, and that's it for this memory, along with some other tools we'll be making use of later. I'll be heading back to Tuscany at some point, because we have the one of those Eagle Vision puzzle things that we have to find here. And I didn't quite catch what it was that Uncle Mario gave us, but I'll check it out a bit later down the line, I think. Like now, for instance. Recent entries. No. Documents. No text. Zoom to see image data. That's for the hidden blade. And we have another codex page that Leonardo needs to decipher.
Messer Francesco.
No, we've already read that one, and all of these I'm pretty sure we've already read. If not, then, and if there's one you especially would like me to read for you, then point out which one it is, and I'll be glad to.
I'm sure I have just what you need.
But now, let's head on back and discover whatever this quest item is. What is it that Mario wants now, I wonder?
And here he is, our campione Ezio.
Oh, hey, Ezio! I see you wasted no time starting the celebration.
And why not? You've done us a great service, Nipote. With Vieri dead, La Toscana will grow quiet once more. Do you know what that means?
Basta lavorare.
Si passa tutto il giorno a bere.
E a puttane!
I fucking love these guys. They're just so
Come,
great.
Ezio, walk with me.
Yes, uncle.
Okay, it's time to get some more lore
The Pazzi answer to
information
another. Spaniard.
about stuff like this.
He is Rodrigo Borgia, one of the most powerful men in
Borgia.
all of Europe, and leader of the Templar Order.
Yeah,
Which makes him responsible for the murder of my father and brothers.
Yes, and he will kill you too. given the chance.
Then I must stand against him if I wish to be free. But not until every other Templar has fallen to my blade. Father's list will guide me.
Apparently,
Where will you
Ezio
go
was making
next?
some progress in getting his head out of his ass.
Francesco de Pazzi will share the fate of his
Which
son.
is rather nice to see.
A sensible next step. No doubt he intends evil for the city.
That apparently he's starting to become
All right,
more
that's
mature
enough grim talk for one
and a
night.
bit likable.
I'll be in my study if you need me.
Nice.
I shall read the letter my uncle gave me.
Letter? Let's see. Recent entries. No, it's not under recent entries for some reason. Documents. 2, 3, 10, 25. Plenty of these documents. That's the one, I think.
Messer Francesco, I have done as requested and spoken with your son. I agree with your assessment, though only in part. Yes, Vieri is brash and prone to act without forethought. And he has a habit of treating the mercenari like playthings. I have received reports of at least 3 men being disfigured as a result. But I do not think him, as you put it, beyond repair. Rather, I believe the solution to be a simple matter. He seeks your approval, your attention. These outbursts of his are a result of insecurities born out of a sense of inadequacy. He speaks of you often and fondly, and expresses a desire to be closer to you. So, if he is loud and foul and angry, I believe it is simply because he wants to be noticed. He wants to be loved. Act as you see fit on the information I've given you here. But I must ask that we end this correspondence. Were he to discover the nature of our conversations, I fear what might become of me. Yours in confidence, Fra Giocondo.
Well, that was interesting, to say the least. Now let's go off and read this letter and check out these codex pages, I suppose. But which letter is this again? The letter. That doesn't tell me much, I have to admit. But it should be under documents and letters, I would think. I'll check them all out.
Al magnifico Lorenzo di Med.
Those are the letters that our dad sealed. This is the one. The one our dad wrote. This document is meant to serve as a record of all I've learned over the past few weeks. In the event I am silenced and prevented from sharing it with you myself. Understand first that the Duke of Milan's murder was no mere political maneuver. Rather, it is but a piece of conspiracy that reaches far beyond Firenze, counting members in Roma, Venezia, and Forli, to name but a few cities. Attached to this note is a list, or rather the start of one, of those I know to be guilty. Its contents are by no means complete, but I intend to rectify that shortly. I can, however, say with certainty that the Pazzi family is involved. We must move quickly to question Francesco. before he buys his freedom from prison. Doing so will surely add more names to the list. I already have my suspicions as to who these men are, given that their deeds bear all the hallmarks of an old enemy. I fear they. The note abruptly ends here. Giovanni must have had to stop and hide it when the guards showed up to arrest him. Is that it? Which letter is this? Is the thing that I'm not getting just yet. Okay.
My love, I put these thoughts to paper in the hope that I might one day have the
We've
courage.
already listened to that one. Going to have to zoom in on all of the codex pages, I think. I don't know if this is actually going to give us anything new or not, but I'm gonna do it anyhow. There. Once again. Which letter are we supposed to be reading? I'm not sure, because I'm an idiot. Hang on a second. I have to pause real quick. BRB, everyone. And I'm back. So, let's talk to Uncle now. Apparently I could have just done that to begin with, and the reader letter was just flavor text. I'm an idiot. I really am, it seems.
Your father managed to find and translate a few before he...
Here.
This is not your father's work. Someone else has translated it.
Leonardo da Vinci, a friend.
Do you see the way the words cross from one page to the next?
There is something underneath it all. Some kind of map. Where is it supposed to lead?
Your father and I managed to make out bits of a prophecy scrawled across these pages. It was written by an assassin like us, who long ago held a piece of Eden. His name was Altair.
So apparently between the end of Assassin's Creed 1 and Altair's death, he managed to stop being as much of a douchebag and actually become competent enough to write a prophecy.
Each time I take on my father's work.
Interesting.
All of it. I start with the page I took from Vieri. Leonardo will decode it for us.
Bene. Return here when time permits, and we'll add it to the wall.
Okay. Well, we gotta climb to the villa's viewpoint now. Apparently I did that a little bit early. Or something, because apparently we were technically not supposed to have already done that, since it's an objective now. Well, that... or it was just not considered that you might do it early, and I like to climb all the viewpoints the moment I find them. Unless I'm in the middle of something else, like, well, with that one in Tuscany, when I just couldn't be bothered to look around. Anywho, let's check this out. Collect the 4 philosophical codex pages. The hell? They're just sitting around here. What's up with that, really? That's one. There's another this way. So let's go locate the lot of them. Sorry, dude.
My friend, I wish only the best.
Okay, let's get down here. Collect the others. That would be number 2. So where are the other 2? There's one over there, and there's a final one outside the city walls. So, let's do it. Just get these last 2, and then, if I remember right, we should most likely end up heading back to Florence. And it's one of those feathers that I'm not going to be bothering to actually make an effort to collect. Of course, that's not to say I won't end up collecting any of them, as you saw right there. I just don't care enough about it to make a conscious effort to collect them. I'll no doubt find a handful here and there across the course of my playthrough, but that's probably going to be about it. Just a handful that will turn up. Now, let's get out of the city and get this last one. Hopefully I'm remembering the way to the exit, right? Most likely I'm not, though. Alrighty, let's keep it going. We'll get to that exit soon enough. In time, and all that jazz. I could jump off from here, but I would die if I did that. So, it does not strike me as a particularly wise exit from the city, I don't think. For the moment, I've just got to find the proper exit. May take me some time, though. I'll take the statuette.
Come, don't be shy.
What on earth is he up to?
Just doing a little bit of parkour. You know, everyone does it.
I suppose
Well,
we didn't mean
everyone who's me, that is. I'll get on Horsey, who I will be calling that for at least for now, and forever, if nobody suggests a name. because I'm just that terrible at naming things. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Now we'll collect this codex page. Over to here, apparently. I didn't need to do all that climbing. It was a waste. But there's number 4. Get back on horsey. And now we are synced for that. So we got us something to check out. Go check on our sister, apparently.
Spade.
So let's go park our horse and check on her.
Spade.
And this may or may not result in us learning about certain in-game mechanics that I find to be kind of neat. Well, a certain in-game mechanic. It's one I referenced in the last episode, but it was pretty vague, and it was just sort of at the last minute of me mentioning, you probably can guess what this thing is for. Sort of in a coy and kind of I'm half taunting you manner, but this time we're actually going to learn about it. Balance sheets. That should probably tell you what this is about.
Salute, Claudia.
Our uncle is un mostro. This is outrageous.
Oh, really?
What's happened?
He's making me work.
Oh,
My father was here.
not
I'd never
work.
Be stuck behind a desk
Anything
like this.
but
And what are
work.
the terms of this supposed enslavement?
Since someone decided we're going to stay here, Zio Mario suggested we try and find the money to repair the villa. Problem is, there isn't any.
I bet I can bring in some money.
Oh, great. More work for me. Well, benissimo. If you start paying for improvements to the town, I'll keep track of them in this book. And since I have nothing better to do, I'll also make note of any objects you bring in from the outside. If you actually get this place up and running, travelers might visit and spend money. Although I doubt anyone will want to come this far out of the city. But if they do, I'll keep the money we make in this chest. You're going to have to show up to take it to the bank yourself. Because when it gets full, I'm just going to take the extra cash for myself. Capito?
Deal.
Nice. So yeah. This is one of the major mechanics in Assassin's Creed 2. You actually can technically become a landowner if you make certain upgrades and renovate stuff, then that improves on things. And you actually can, once you reach a certain point, start making a good deal of money through through Monteriggioni itself, as opposed to having to get it all through quests and robbing people you find on the streets. Which is really cool, actually. I kind of like it. It's one of my favorite mechanics in Assassin's Creed, and the reason I like it best, and okay, let's start that over. I just think they did it best in the Ezio trilogy, because I don't know if it actually shows up in the later games, but I know 2, Brotherhood and Assassin's Creed 3 all have a similar sort of mechanic, and it's a really fun kind of side thing that I love messing around with, so we'll be probably spending a lot of my money on this, as well as personal gear and all that, of course. There's no money in there right now, but we'll get 156 every 20 minutes. Now, talk to the architect to make upgrades, apparently. Alrighty.
Buongiorno. Is there something wrong?
Ser Mario hired me to deal with this mess, but I'm an architetto, not a miracle worker. Without money, I can't fix any of these buildings.
And if someone brought you money?
Then we'd be in business. You must be Ser
I like
Ezio.
this guy.
Am I right?
He is awesome.
Uncle,
Really is.
I like this architetto.
He gets very observant when he can smell mud.
If you want to fix up this town, I'm going to need it. I have a price list here for new shops and renovations. Just bring me gold, make a choice, and I'll begin at once. If I build you a shop, you, as the landlord, can purchase goods there at lower rates. If you invest more money in the shop, you get an even greater discount. As for renovations, well, you'll be bringing the town and villa back to life. As Ser Mario tells me, that was very important to your great-great-grandfather. Plus, when you buy shops and renovations, you'll be increasing the number of people who visit, causing your income to increase. So, let's take a look, shall we?
Yeah. It's like you hear sometimes, you gotta spend money to make money, and this is certainly a case where that is true. The more you spend, the more you can make. So let's see what we want to upgrade first. What do we go for? I'll get a few of the cheap upgrades, I think. And we'll just go from there. Let's see. The first thing we're going to restore, as Ezio does, of course, is the brothel. Because you can't have a city without whores, right? Brothel renovated. Now, what next? Well, the next thing I'm going to renovate is the bank. Level 1. And I think we can get away with one more renovation before I need to hang on to the rest of the money. And I'm going to renovate the mines. That'll be $4 grand, but location renovated. There. That's some nice renovations. And that's plus 8,500 to our value. Go speak to Mario. I'd like to see the value.
You here to look at the book?
6% complete. And we now generate 1,000 florins every 20 minutes, up to a capacity of 4,025.
A presto, Ezio.
And this town is going to be basically what all my spare money gets spent on, just because I like being rich, and this will make it easier to be rich. Yes, excellent reasoning, isn't it? Haha.
Ezio, my boy, I think it's time I showed you something.
Oh, is this what I think it is? Because if it is, then we are in for something great. We really are. Okay, now, let's see what Uncle Mario has to show us. Move a little faster just to keep up, I guess. Yes, yes it is. The seals.
This is the sanctuary. It was built by my great-grandfather to honor the memory of the Assassin Order and protect its secrets. Look around. These are the assassins who guarded the freedom of humanity when it was most threatened. And this is the armor of Altair. Little is known about Altair's life, but his armor is light and very strong. I'd give it to you, but I don't know how to retrieve it. My great-grandfather told me it would remain locked away until all its protectors were made whole. I heard rumors of crypts located throughout Italia.
That's it.
Hidden tombs filled with treasure.
You have to find a bunch of key codes in these tombs, essentially.
In my younger days, I sought the six myself.
To get to the
with
armor.
More success. Perhaps you will have better luck.
These puzzles
in order to achieve perfect synchronization with Ezio, you have to get
one of
that
the
armor.
best parts of the game, just because I think the armor is so awesome and I love it, and just even just having the armor in general, actually, it's a story completion type thing, because spoilers, very minor spoilers, but still. In Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Ezio starts with the armor. So I like to have it, just because it links up the story rather nicely, in my opinion. So now, we are going to head out. Let's do it, yo. Hello there, horsey. I'd like to get on, please. Over this way. If I remember right, we should be heading off to Florence now. But I'll check the pause menu just to be sure. We don't have a mission objective right now. Lovely. But yes. Hey, on the plus side, we're no longer a wanted criminal there, so it should make moving about freely a little easier for us. So that's a bit of a plus, am I right? Republic of Florence in 1478. So, it's been a few years, I imagine, at this point. Or, actually no, it's probably closer to a few months, really. I don't exactly pay a lot of attention to the dates in this game, so I'm just sort of ballparking it with that. We're a little bit wanted, so I'm just gonna go tear this down to get rid of that. While we're here... And our good friend Leonardo is going to give us a hand once again. And Ezio still goes in after knocking without waiting for an answer.
The past 2 years have been kind to you.
Oh, it has been a few years.
But you are not the same at all, are you?
My bad.
I was hoping you might be able to help me with something.
Anything for you, my friend. Haha! You found another one! How exciting!
He gets excited easily, doesn't he?
This one is tricky to break. Clever in its use of ancient languages. Maybe if I just... Oh, it seems to be a manual of sorts for different assassination techniques.
Oh, so
wait, what's that?
Air assassination?
It's not so much a design this time, just a series of sketches.
Interesting.
What to make of all this? Of course, and why not? What an inspired idea.
Can you make it for me while I try what's in that manual fragment?
Take it. I'll have my assistant set up some dummies for you to practice with. Hey, Vincenzo!
Okay, practice some assassination techniques while he does some tinkering. Okay then. at least this courtyard is somewhat isolated, so we can do stuff like this. Yeah, assassinate while hanging over the ledge, air assassination, pulling someone into hate, and killing them. That sort of thing. Because, and this is one of the major differences in terms of, like, guard behaviors and things between this and Assassin's Creed 1, the guards will actually get suspicious of you in hiding spots sometimes. And there are certain archetypes of guards who will actually stab the hiding places to try and discover if you're there, if they're suspicious of you in some way. Which makes things a little bit more interesting. I mean, it's not perfect behavior in a lot of ways, but I just think it's kind of neat that guards will actually be suspicious and go looking for you in more interesting ways than just, can I see you, can I not see you, and not even bothering to look in the hiding places, which was kind of boring and a little bit lame, to be honest. But anyways, we're done here. Let's go see Leonardo again. And once again, not wait for us to be told to come in.
Quickly. Look.
Nice, Ezio. Real nice.
Take it. Try it.
Thank you, Leonardo.
Non c'è di che.
There's someone I need to see while I'm here.
Yes,
I cannot
see.
approach him
I
publicly.
love the air quotes there.
Would you know a way?
La volpe.
The fox.
Shh. Capisco. But do you know where a fox might roam? Perhaps near the mercato, where the thieves dwell. Sta attento, amico.
So yes.
We pride ourselves on
This is
delivering
very
quality at fair
interesting.
price. See for yourself.
No, Leonardo is to some degree a bit of an agent of ours. We can get a lot of useful information about him. Something that's going to come handy later on. And we now have 2 hidden blades. Now, it looks like it's getting to be time to do some more, looking for viewpoints to survey. Quite nice. Quite nice indeed.
Buongiorno. Notice from Maestro Corsini il medico. Treatment with the least varieties brought back from the marshlands of the Indies will heal almost any
Let's go find this viewpoint now. And there's a group of thieves we can hire if we need some help. They're another of those special ally groups that you can get your hands on, for all 2 of you that hadn't worked this out. In a similar vein as the prostitutes, except that the thieves, they do thievery type things, rather than flirting with you and suggesting they'll sleep with you. So, it makes things more interesting because you have all that variety, I think. Well, I think Christmas has come early. Yes. What? All we did was punch a minstrel, and nobody likes minstrels. Come on. Let's get rid of that notoriety. Apparently, we became a little notorious from punching a minstrel. Interesting.
Carne fresca.
But I think this is a good place to end this episode. So this has been Dark Phoenix Gaming, and you've been watching Assassin's Creed 2. I hope you'll join me next time when we will probably be climbing a bunch of towers and doing some random side activities. We might get on to the main quest, I'm not actually sure. Anyways, I'll see you then, folks. I'll see you then. So long for now.